We're live, schmucks. I'm P2H. This is Tom Clancy's The Division. Today, timestamp we're going with is as follows. This is P2H Live, the 2 p.m. Eastern on Twitch stream, December 2nd, 2018. The official time is 1:58 p.m. So we're 2 minutes early. Snuck it in. I was just hosting Blue Shadow. Sorry to interrupt that. Anybody who is watching, my apologies. It is now 1:59. You shouldn't need it. It should be a quiet stream today. But you never know. Needed it right off the bat yesterday. Anywho. Today we're going to focus on Lone Star. What I wanted to do yesterday. May do some Deadeye. Because the idea here is we're going to be talking about cover shooter mechanics. Because Lone Star has gotten pretty popular recently. I've noticed a lot of people putting out Lone Star builds. Big Al is a wonderful weapon for Lone Star. One of the few exotic LMGs to really jive well with the berserk mechanics of the 6-piece Lone Star set. So let's just dive in and talk mechanics, talk build, play some games. For this evening, I will be using a Lone Star set that is very firepower centric. It's like a 844 build, if I'm not mistaken. It might be a little bit different than that. No, it's a 943. There we go. And it's modeled for a skirmish setup. Note the electronics mod on the backpack. This is to boost the electronics slightly because it drops a little bit when you jump into skirmish using your classifieds. Is that little stat drop off? So you still proc your talents. It's just a little thing to note. I don't need that. Nope. That prepared, talented, fierce LSW. That's an interesting LSW, but I don't think I need that. M249B, meticulous, unforgiving, competent in the third. That's an interesting gun. This is a heavy hitter for LMGs, but it's rather wild, unwieldy. Might look at that later, to be honest with you. It's a big, beefy gun. Alright.
Now entering a safe area.
What we're going to be using, from last time, we jumped on this guy, this meticulous sustained Big Alejandro. We're going to fiddle with this a little bit. Mess around. see what we can do with it, because I like the idea of sustain giving us a little bit of that health on kill, right? When you kill a target with Berserk, you have a chance now of triggering Meticulous. You extend the duration of Cover Shooter if you did it from behind cover, which you should have. And when you kill someone, you get health on kill, so that's sustain. So you should, in theory, on paper, be doing very well with that gun. The only thing I don't necessarily condone is the headshot damage. You know, you should probably stick with the critical hit damage, because it's probably a pain in the ass trying to rein in that Berserk. The rate of fire, once it revs up to 1400 rounds per minute, it's difficult to keep it on the head. So I've got the headshot mods on there. Probably a bad move. Let's see.
Here we go.
With the push to talk on, so I'm not just yelling at them the whole time while I'm talking to you, chat. My apologies. Oh, Davy Jones, no! Wow, they're getting...
Taking the lead.
Taking it already. Alright. We're just holding the back end, so they can't push. Alright, Gabber's pushing. Push a little bit. Switching guns. Headshot. Grenade on. Oh, they defused. That is a final measure. There's my assist for my teammate. Get this somewhere where I can shoot somebody. Down some. Air ranges. They're gonna chase me down, aren't they? I got nowhere to go. Ooh, I almost burned one. That was close. Using my prepared LMG, which wasn't exactly the ideal move there. Did have Berserk procced on it, so I think that was probably as good as it was gonna get. Here we go, cover to cover. Ooh, I didn't get a chance to heal out of that. Switch guns. This down. Lead. Oh, he's gonna just pick himself up. Medkit somebody. Medkits. There you go.
You've got 10 kills remaining.
Doing good. I got a proc. Cover to cover.
got this.
Try it again. Sound mute. Sound. Got him. Headshot
Only 5 kills
damage,
left.
huh? Headshot damage. Looking good. So now we're on our prepared LMG.
Mate back there. There's a dude down. There's a dude down back. Mate, to your left.
Trying to bleed me out. Ooh, he bled me out. There it is. Skill out. Switch. Cover. Down. That's tackling. Med kit. Take cover. Blue drop. Make this up.
Hold them off for 5
Shit.
more minutes. You're the winner.
There you go. Easy enough. Teamwork. Very nice. Oy, oy, oy. Not bad at all. These lower ranks beating up on these dudes have been doing it forever. Hey, not against it. Hey. 46. Tell you what. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I see y'all in the chat. Avocado Badado, Commander Root, Electrical Skateboard, and Ted. Hey. Welcome back. Appreciate you hanging out, being buds. Not bad. So a lot of those Lone Star fellas, they've been doing the right thing. They're telling you the right thing in their videos. They're like pre-game. You know, empty that clip down to about half. But on the top side, right? So you can fire the remainder of your magazine. Rock that Berserk. Very nice. It's a solid strategy. I'm not overly fond of the MG5. Leaning on that MG5. I get it. I do. You know, people, they prefer something they can ADS with. The MG5 is a very stable gun. They like to grab accuracy so that the box on it shrinks while you ADS. The thing is, you wouldn't need accuracy if you just used cover. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is people still refuse to use cover, and when it comes to LMGs in particular, they're one of those guns that if you did use the cover mechanics in this game, you would benefit substantially. Because it gives you that stability, it gives you that accuracy. The box on the LMG shrinks substantially when you're on just basic cover. And I understand no one wants to sit there and bang with anybody, but if you're firing at the ranges that you should be firing at with your LMG, if you're not, 10 meters or less taking that responsive damage from SMGs and ARs, because here's the thing, LMGs don't roll responsive. So that should tell you right off the bat, mechanically, where and when you should be engaging people. How you should be engaging people in a team fight scenario. You shouldn't be within 10 meters of these dudes. You should be pretty much out of the way, letting your skirmishers do their thing, your D3s, your nomads, your strikers, let them get in their face. And you need to be that DPS heavy roller. Be back there with the Deadeye. Be back, maybe not as far as the Deadeye, because the Deadeye could be 60 meters out doing that damage. But you could be the guy that's between the Deadeye and between the skirmishers doing that suppression fire, right? That's your job. You're the dude with the big fucking LMG laying down that suppression fire that does absurd damage, high rate of fire, loud, destroys, freaks people out. Don't let people move. That's your job. It's all you. And that's why those builds, they vary so much between high firepower and somewhat substantial stamina. Because if you can sit there and bang with somebody and take advantage of having that high stamina and then proccing that berserk and letting that berserk do the damage for you at range, because you're going to absorb that damage, right? You're going to absorb that damage. Those Preds won't be able to bleed you because you're absorbing that damage at the 30 meters out, because they're not doing their responsives, right? It's all about the mechanics. These Lone Star builds, they're great, but they don't necessarily tell you the whole story, and it worries me. And they all tend to be the ADS kind, and they really should give you that cover mechanic at some point, especially they're like, oh, it's a PvE build, it's a PvE build. You're only calling it a PvE build because it has the cover mechanics, and you're not quite sure how to use cover mechanics in PvP. You really should give Big Al its props and use it in PvP. Give it some time. Try it. And go hard in the paint for PvP. You've got to. You know you're going to be using cover shooter. So how do you make cover shooter work? Okay. I'm gonna need a little bit of health so I can be on cover and take some hits, right? Okay. So maybe some health mods instead of skill haste, right? Maybe that's a thing that we'll do. Maybe we'll do damage resist instead of crit hit damage pulses, right? We'll do the damage resist on smart cover, because smart cover will give us stability, accuracy, and we'll make up for the damage by dropping accuracy off of the talents, and we'll pick up damage there. We'll do prepared deadly, or we could do prepared, competent. We could do any number of things there, right? But just fucking damage. We don't need to do accurate. Accurate doesn't do damage. All it does is narrow that box, and being on cover already does that for you. How else can we do more damage? Attack advance. You're gonna be using cover already. Why not cover to cover into it? 30%, up to 30% more damage. Easy. It's not hard. When you know you're gonna be using cover, make it worth your time. Some steady hands. Steady hands, easy buff. 10 seconds stability? Especially when you're proccing Berserk. Ugh. You love it. You know you do. And if you know you're going to be aiming for headshots, it might make your prepared better, because you may accidentally be aiming for headshots on that too, even though it's a deadly setup. And my goodness, if you're doing headshot damage, cover shooter, that reminds me, the difference between striker stacks and the cover shooter stacks. Lone Star, when it comes to cover shooter will build stacks if you get close to hitting them. You don't have to hit them. Get close. Berserk will proc regardless of you hitting anything. As long as you're aggroed and you're going through your bullets, as long as you're threatened and you're shooting somewhere at the enemy, it'll go through the process of trying to proc Berserk. It's not about actually landing the hits. Like, none of it, it's all suppression. Cover shooter and Berserk are both suppression mechanics that still boost your damage, so that once you do start landing hits, you're destroying these people. When they do finally poke their head out, you are just absolutely leveling them. It's so good, and it's so bad at the same time. It makes you look bad because you're missing constantly. But that's the point, is that you're not trying to hit them, just shooting at them. You get what I'm saying? We'll see if we can get some demonstration footage here. Maybe you guys will get what I'm trying to tell you now. Get some shoot at, build stacks, proc Berserk, and then when they roll out, they just eat it. Eat all of it. And look at all the procs. It's procking because I have the minimum electronics, because I put one mod in there. And we buffed stamina slightly so that we get it, right? And try and get my...
We are active.
So I'm going to play just behind everybody, right? That's kind of the goal here. We got the prepared fella. Or we didn't get the proc.
Sure.
Davy Jones.
They've gone ahead.
Proc. Easy proc. So they got a reclaimer somewhere, making this a little bit more difficult for me. But if I land these headshots, all right. Cover. Uh-oh. Oh, they got around me. I need to be further back. Push too hard. Oh, hold on a second. What is this? Is this like... Hold on a second. What do I need to do? This guy is making it difficult. How do I get to the team screen? I really don't want the TV on in the background. So I got my proc. Killed him. Got one on the right. Down. Oh, pred proc. How do I... Oh, I'm up. I'm in. Ah! Alright. Monster's gone. Gonna kill him. Fire! Fire! Alright, let me figure out how to mute this guy. How do I get to that? I don't remember how to hit that screen. Oh no, everyone left. Ah! I can't figure out how to mute him. Oh, it's just me and him now too. It sucks. Cover to cover. Push it. No proc. Switching. Ah, we're dead. Yeah, I mean it happens. I can't figure out how to mute this guy. I don't remember the buttons. Oh, buddy. How do I get to that screen? Slash mute. Nasil no SRE can. Ah, fuck. Alright, I wish I knew how to mute him. God, it's terrible. I really don't want a copyright strike just because this dude's playing something in the background. It's terrible, dude. I can't do it. I can't figure it out. It's fucking me up. PvP team. There we go. Hell yeah, brother. Muted. Hell yeah. Did it. Figured it out. I'm a smart cookie. Oh no, he procced green? Oh well.
5 minutes left. And you're down.
Yes I am. I am down. Kind of mad that my team left in the first 2 minutes. Kind of sucks. Oh boy. Pred bleed? Oh no, pred bleed. I mean, that's what I get for jumping in here without a team. First game was good. Guess I should squat up or something before I head in here. I might just head to the DZ. Yeah, that's the thing. But the thing is, like, you have options, right? You have adrenaline. You've got, like, it doesn't take much. It really isn't that bad. Predator's not that bad. I'm just gonna take it.
The enemy gets the win.
It is not that bad. The thing that everyone getting upset about Predator nowadays is kind of a joke to me. Maybe on console it's worth getting upset about, but on PC it's not. Predator's kind of a joke. You've got immunizers, you've got adrenaline. Like you really have no reason to be losing to the Preds. So I think I'm gonna jump out of skirmish until I get a team, so that they don't leave. We really didn't. We lost, like, we won the first fight, and then we lost the second one, and then they left. That was Jamaican Shota in them. I don't understand that dude. That dude's a level 99 in and like he's been PvPing since they introduced it. There he is. Look at him. Look at this dude. This dude left me.
Incoming supply drops. Calibrating landing zone coordinates.
There's actual D3. That's not the not D3 fella. It's funny that the dude had to differentiate himself because this dude got the name first. It's funny as fuck to me. PC community is so goddamn small. Oh my god. I'm not D3! Our voices are similar, but I'm not D3! Oh shit. I'm gonna go after this room. But yeah, these Lone Star builds, they are not just like PvE if you have Big Al, and they're not just PvP if you got MG5s. You can use cover in PvP.
Transmissions
These
jammed.
people
Proximity
getting it twisted.
Backup activated. System
There's
rebooted.
more to life. You can
Warning,
do
entering
more.
dark zone.
But I'm glad that the Lone Star is getting popular. It's a damn good DPS build. I'm glad it's getting the props, the recognition that it deserves. It's hard as hell, buddy.
Warning. Your division affiliation has been disavowed. You are now on this road.
Look at that. Look at that dude get fried. Absolutely fried.
15 seconds. We've lost the package. I've got to bug out.
Give me this stuff. Yeah, that was, what was that? That was cover to cover, so that was TAC advance, plus prepared. I think I was still 30 meters out.
Agent, I am inbound on your position.
You know, that was everything you'd want it to be. I just gave it to him. NPCs are coming to guard me. I appreciate them. Oh, it's rough. Burned him. Alder Blotton's in here. It's a busy server, I tell you what.
If we don't take shit around here, who will? JTF?
I might sort this stuff before I put it on the rope. DPS currently unberserked on the prepared feller is 34,000. Switch it on over. The other feller, my secondary. This is the one without any of the other DPS. This is the headshot damage guy. It is the 260.
Road status no longer active.
Unprepared. No berserk procs. No anything. So it doesn't look on paper very strong. It doesn't look like it does
Commencing
much.
Extraction.
Well, that's because it's a big owl, right? None of it's unstacked. It looks very silly. Up until it starts shooting. Everything starts jamming once the bullets start flying. Hold on a second. Let me actually hit something. Once I start landing hits, start loading stacks, it's different beast. There's that berserk proc. Oh no, it's not even berserk. I'm doing meticulous procs.
15 seconds.
So meticulous and cover shooter have a weird synergy. It doesn't synergize very well with berserk unless it goes to the second half and you proc it. So there you go.
Cargo
PvE,
Extraction
the meticulous has a good synergy with cover shooter. That's very interesting. You're really not going to be killing people unless you proc your berserk. That's when I'm betting on the meticulous kicking in. That's interesting. So there's PvE and PvP elements of that meticulous. I'm already interested. That's more than I was expecting. 25% is kind of a low proc chance. Oh my god. It's those reloads. Because you get berserk reloads, you get meticulous reloads. I kind of had that going for me on my... what was it? My boom tube, right? I used to do a thing with one is none, which would reload the single shells when I would headshot people with the sawn off, and it would give me rerolls on the berserk procs. As the first shot would go, and it would roll the berserk, and sometimes I would reload immediately that first shot. It would give me a second chance on berserk rolls, and then the second shot I could shoot again, and it would re-roll berserk again. And then I would sometimes get a berserk roll that has 3 shots in it. When it would refill the magazine, because it would refill, and then one is none would proc after the refill, and it would give me that third shot. It was weird. It was like mechanically, just everything was kind of fucked when you roll one is none and berserk. So I'm seeing kind of this same mechanic going on with meticulous. It's kind of interesting to me. I like it. I really do. It's very interesting.
You ain't my only client.
Yeah, no, Berserk and One is None was fucking wild, dude. You would end up with 3 shots of Berserk.
Your loss if you don't. Yeah, you know what you're looking at.
It was fucking sick. A 2-shot gun that has 3 shots loaded into it just because Berserk and One is None procced at the same
Get
time.
over here before someone notices.
Fucking amazing. Never doubt your mechanics. They will always shine through. Oh yeah, look at all this sealed shit. Give me riches, your division tech. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Lone Star is definitely top tier DPS build. Top tier. They don't understand too, like
Hey,
the base damage on Lone Star alone makes it worth running versus anything like Striker, anything like Banshee Shadow. Like Lone Star, we're talking what, LMG damage, 8% at the base. Then you get 12% at the 5, so that's what, 20%. And then you roll on your gloves for the 12%. So that's 32. And then you get 30 on Berserk. So that's 62. Then anything else you can get, you eventually get, what, 15 on Prepared. It's 75, 77. And then Cover Shooter is up to 50%. Like, that's over 100 when you're really rolling with it. And we're not even including things like Tac Advance, which is at, when we're at 77, so that's actually 107. And then when Cover Shooter's working, it's 150% damage. And when Berserk's procced, it's giving you RPMs. So we're not including the additional 30 RPM boost. Alright? So 150 damage plus the RPM boost. You're fucking melting everybody. You don't understand the damage that is involved here. Alright? And then you still have 2 talents on top of that? Damage. Poggers, buddy. Damage. Mechanics. Lone Star. This motherfucker, we're talking talents. You don't understand. When you use cover in this game, it's a game changer. People don't understand. They look at the DPS, right? They're all they're looking at. They're very fucking superficial. They look at the DPS. I'm at 9K firearms. They look at this and they go, garbage. This is a garbage heap. I hate it. And it's like, dude, you're not. I understand the base damage of Big Al is low. I get it. But they're doing that on purpose because they're deceiving you. They need you to think it's a bad gun. Because they don't want you using this. Because if everybody started using this gun, it'd be mayhem. be mahogany. Hell would be full. Be goddamn God of War every game.
Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
I'm just saying, like, it's... I understand. Everyone wants to ADS and face tank and dodge bullets like they're in the goddamn Matrix. I get it. But when there's rounds, 1,400 rounds per minute coming at your face, I'm pretty sure you're not dodging all those. You're not doing it. Pretty sure fucking Neo ain't dodging all of them. Get out your glow sticks, you dead as disco, buddy. Fucking it's 2018.
Seconds till extraction complete. Seconds.
Try and invite these guys. I don't want to fight 2v1. Please squad with me. I wish to flip you. Hello? I invite you one more time. Be insistent. Be silent. Don't let them know you have a mic. Be a bud. Hello? I want to be your friend. I mean it. Let me be your friend. I want to be your friend. Yes. Please. Oh, I think they're gonna run to the checkpoint. I think they're really not interested. Oh, no. Please. Just accept my invite. Persistent, persistent, persistent. Yeah, they're just gonna jump to the checkpoint. I tried so hard just to lose it all.
We've disavowed the division and unlocked this room.
In the end, it didn't even matter. Let me switch guns. Ah, no! Out heal it! Out heal it! Alright. Just the wrong gun for this. That's fine. Oh, there's a second guy? Third guy? Alright. Well, maybe I should have just killed them and cut the rope. Schmucks. I tried to make friends. Let it be known. Ah. me. Somebody got tased. I tried to be your friend. You didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? They knew better than to believe me. I believe I flipped them before. I think that's why they were running away from me. I think they were onto that scheme. But that was, you saw how much damage that was? That's a lot of damage. Let's be real. It's a lot of damage, right? They're still chasing me, aren't they? I don't think I'm outrunning these guys. I think I'm gonna have to fight these guys. Let's... Oh, jeez. Let's figure this out. Oh. Rock. There's somebody. Recovery link. No croc. There's a croc. Oh, I get a grenade over there. Oh, there he goes. So you gotta fight him at a range that is comfortable for you, right? You don't fight him, 10 meters. The 10 meters you lose, right? Everybody has responsive. Everybody's running SMGs. You know, you're not gonna win that fight. You do not have responsive. You're running Big Al. Let's be real. That shit ain't working. What you do have is prepared. Right? You got cover shooter. You got berserk. Proc that shit. Make them pay for trying to approach. They're not gonna approach you. Don't let them. Don't let them approach you. Lay traps. Be smart about it. They approach me, it's not a good move. They should just let me go. We're preparing for the next game, right? We still got turrets. We still got LMGs. We got cover. We got armor. We got rate of fire. Be smart about it, right? Cover shooter. Says it on the gun, right? Cover shooter. That's what we're playing. Cover shooter. I think they're gone. I think we evaded them. That RPM hack, though. Anybody who plays fucking Lone Stars used to that hackization. Especially if you run a heavy spring like I do. My god. That's the thing, is like you run these heavy springs, nobody runs these except for a Lone Star. Because you're trying to get through your mag as quick as you can, so you can proc that Lone Star Berserk. So not only are you doing the 11% on a gun that is a 1000 RPM already, so that's 1100. And then you proc Berserk, that's 1400. God damn, you're talking about 1500 fucking rounds? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? And we already talked about how much damage, percent-wise, you're stacking. Potentially. If you've done everything right. If you do the max, right? You do the maximum. Say you do the perfect maneuver. You do the cover to cover. Say you go from here to here. You done it, right? You do the cover. You blow your load, right? We're talking about 150 fucking percent. Right? That's absolutely bonkers that they allow something like that to happen. But the thing is, that's the perfect storm, right? That's not going to happen. You build into that anyways. That normally isn't something that's going to fucking happen. It can't. You're not supposed to be allowed to do that to someone. If you hit someone with something like that, that's, you know...
Confirmed. Rogue status.
You're talking
no longer
about,
active.
like, angels in the ball field, or in the ballpark, or whatever. Like, that's some miracle shit. Like, Oprah just gave everyone a brand new car shit. Like, it's not happening. It's not to you, right? You're the best you can hope for is you did the maneuver, you got about 15% off of it, because you did, like, the half-assed one. You did one of these. It's, like, maybe a $5, and, like, you kind of get started into it. There, look, I'm at 13 off of some NPC, right? I'm like, well, fuck, maybe I did proc it, maybe I didn't. We built into it. And you lose it, probably. So, like, it's not going to be that great most of the time. So, like, you're ruined most of the time, right? You're ruined. You're just fucking ruined. The ideal is out there, right? There's a big high end. The ceiling's so high. It's in the clouds. But the chances you of ever seeing that fucking miracle, it's just so rare. But you can set up situations where you see, like, the very middle often. You'll see it. That 15%, 20% proc off of the cover-to-cover tack advance. You'll get that. You'll be there. You'll be at that 30 proc on the stacks. Fuck, if you can do that, that's 50% damage. Right? You can get there. That's easy. That's easy work. It's work, but you get there. And that's half. That's a little bit over half, actually. And if you can get that much, if you can get there, you're already heads and shoulders above most any striker max capacity. And you're heads and shoulders above any dead Banshee. Any Banshee who's like, oh, Rogue killed me, now I have my extra 10%. Aren't I overpowered against Rogues? 10% against Rogues. Ooh, ah. Ooh and ah. My 10%. God, everybody and their fucking hate boners against fucking Banshee and Predator. My God. Lone Star, it's fucking phenomenal. If people would just fucking read the mechanics, get in there, build something, be somebody, do less, pop up. It's there. It's fucking there. And they're only now discovering it. Because they've run out of shit to do, right? But they're all calling it, like, PvE builds with Big Al, and they're calling it PvP builds with fucking MG5s. And here's another marvel. Oh, the M60. Oh, chug. Chug away, M60. Chug, chug. Fuck yeah, dude. Let me see this sausage real quick. It's not even the right type. Yeah, we're gonna just skip it. Oh, hell yeah. Look, there's another motherfucker right here. When this thing first came out, this thing fucked everybody sideways. I'm gonna get rid of it, though. Pistol with fucking 1,100 RPMs. Give me a break. Give me a break. Ah, good old dog. I miss you, I miss you. Or at least I know some people who miss
I
you.
got stuff that'll sick. Can't find this stuff back at the base.
Alright. Where are we looking? What do we got here? Q building. Yeah, they're all down south. They're all killing each other. Let's go say hi. Who's out here? Bait. Bait rope. That is bait. That is always bait. That's nothing but and forever will be bait. I might go just see go to see who it is. Goodness me, I love, you know, I mean, you might already be able to tell, but I love Lone Star. Lone Star is one of my favorite sets in the game. And it's because it's shotguns and LMGs, two guns that I don't have to aim. Or at least I don't have to aim as well, right? I can't aim for shit. So it helps me to have a gun that does it for me. Like, I just get the box near them, and it does the work. I run away. It's too close. That is a responsive range fellow right there. Ah! I'm dead as hell. He's chasing me down. Well, at least he's not Fred.
Warning. You are now entering a contaminated area.
And I have a solution for that, but... Oh no! He's accurate.
Leaving contaminated area.
Probably doesn't like the fact that I'm running from him. Oh, somebody died over there. Hello? Yeah, manhunts? Hold on a second, what's going on? 2 manhunts dead. I have not been paying attention to anything going on this server.
Contamination event detected below street
I should
level.
probably figure out what's happening. Oh, Glitch is dead. And did I use a blue to run away like a coward? Yes, I did.
Contamination level rising below street level.
I didn't use it at all to fight anybody. Used it to run away like a big old coward. Hey, invite. Look at all these PvP dudes. Look at them PvPing. It's dirt.
I'm gay. Holy shit, which one's the real fucking Santa? Yo, you guys gotta kill each other now. You gotta kill each other whoever's the real Santa. That's how it's gotta go.
This is what I keep.
Another agent
But I'm
has
a
joined your
coward,
team.
don't do it. Don't hurt.
Attention. Hazard levels.
I cannot give you my pussy because I don't have a pussy.
Readings indicate this area.
Oh,
is
wonderful
safe.
start to this relationship.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Alright, do we still have manhunts? No,
System
they're
rebooted.
dead. They're dead and gone.
the city in the game.
Contamination level critical below
I wonder if
street level.
Glitch will join me. He was going rogue earlier. Black Cat was manhunt earlier.
Server.
Let me see. Maybe I can get these rogues on my team. There it is. Glitch is on my team. Deprivado. Maybe he's desperate for a team. Already in a group.
Deprive's in a group already. Derpladden's the only other solo one.
Hey Derp, you want a squad? Or no, you're on Nomad. Never mind. I don't want to disrupt your nomadery. Oh, you're also. Would you mind joining me, be our friend? You want to be a
BR's in a group.
brethren? There it
agent
is.
is
There
joining
it
your
is.
team.
See, you're the kind of nomad who doesn't mind being on a squad. All right, I think we're set.
Nomads grouped up with 4.
Yeah, there's a group here that's like 3 nomads.
There's nothing more cancer than a group of 4 of nomads, bro. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, it's okay.
Exactly.
Alright, I
Not
think
when
we're all
they're
set.
landing and have shock turrets.
Alright, time to set up betrayals and kick this one off, right? Random team established.
I do.
I'm all set. You guys ready?
My ult's like halfway.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's kick this turd off.
Alert. A member of your team has disavowed division affiliation. The team will be marked rogue.
Youch. In position.
Warning.
He's down.
Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Oh.
No proc. Open up. Right.
Behind us,
Back.
behind us.
Yep.
The nomad.
Contamination level
Back in the
lowering
glitch.
below street level.
He's gonna shock, yeah, for sure.
Cover to cover. Get that 3-second bonus. He's running up on me. Oh no. I don't want it. I don't need it. Oh, I'm stuck. Did you see me stuck on that bumper?
Agent is down.
That was awkward.
Fucking Nomad is so dumb. Fucking
Yeah, I
idiot.
hit 3 people and 3 different nomads proc. That's fucking beautiful.
It would not have been an issue. I can burn through nomads like crazy. Problem there was
This fucking lobby.
being stuck on a bumper. That was kind of rough.
I was actually just.
I think I hooked my character
Talking
to
about
the
like half an hour
back
ago.
of that car.
He. Oh my god, dude, that kid's so loud in his mic. The
Rough.
kid yesterday was talking so much shit, and like, this is my like 5th day on
Rogue
PC.
status
Like,
no longer active.
and we 1v1 and I still beat him 3 times in a row in front of like the lobby, and he got so pissed at me.
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
There we go.
Come on, just give me a second.
AOB, hell yeah, brothers. Welcome to the jungle.
Domingo.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna stay a little further back and try and not get my pants hooked on cars. That's the game plan
Dude, what
going
happened
forward.
yesterday?
Is there any
I
way I
tried
can make
adding
this
you because
any
my friend
stronger
couldn't
for the
transfer.
team? I don't think so. I could get rid of evasive action. I don't really want to. I like being a little bit tankier on the cover-to-cover moves.
Oh, what? Oh, Jesus, Dirt brought out the AR. That's fucked. This is striker build.
I'm running away.
Warning. A nearby agent has gone rogue.
Man, the medkit. I'm not participating until I can punch him. I'm going in. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that happened.
Well, maybe we should move this a little north.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It's like a good fucking 10.
Dude, I'm missing one piece from my Nomad set and it's pissing me off.
Alright, well we can start it and then start running north, drag him a little.
Derping them. If we go too far,
Alert.
we're just gonna go
Incoming
around
supply
each other.
drops detected.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, if it helps us mop them up a little bit, that'd be swell.
It's gonna-
Let's take these two guys out here.
Need help, fellas? Where are we headed? We're going north?
The team member has disavowed the division. Your team is now designated rogue.
Did you see? He was nomad. He procs.
He procced?
Yeah, he
No
did.
way. Oh,
He's got the standard nomad set. GG. This guy's running for his life. He's like, fuck. There's a lot of new players in this game, actually.
Yeah, I switched over from Xbox. I had it since closed beta on there. I came over here. Got a pretty good build together, and then just fuck it.
Well, Striker was a really good point. I don't know why they nerfed it, but it's fucking annoying. Behind us? Or is that NPC shooting me? I don't know. What the fuck? NPCs do so much
Is this
damage.
kid just calling a extraction?
Does he not know we're chasing his ass?
What?
No, he's running. I think he's doing it to call it.
I'll cut him off this way.
You got a
Oh,
bird
boy.
inbound on your position.
Bless me,
I think he's
Father,
running towards
for
you.
I have sinned.
Yeah, I got him already.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a mixture of Striker and fucking AI do so much damage.
Oh.
Oh, from where?
I got him.
Oh, they're coming.
Yeah, NPCs do so much damage. It's stupid.
Somebody blue procced or
Oh,
something.
that's who's shooting us. It's the kid in the fucking tower, dude.
Oh! Ha! I'm like, why is he doing so much damage?
Oh, I
Agent, I am
think that's a...
inbound on your position.
Hello?
Yeah, I think he might be cheating a little bit.
Agent on your team
Yeah,
is
his
down.
name's also
Requires
like
assistance.
He's about to die. Dude, he fucking shredded me on my other build. I was like, how the fuck?
AOB coming from the west.
Yeah.
We need to put them somewhere south of us, I think. We need to keep heading north.
Did that guy die?
No, he's right. Boy, I'm getting fucking shot. Oh, they're behind us.
Yeah.
That dude's got an interesting look about him.
Ah, fuck, man. NPCs are fucking shooting me, bro.
Oh shit. I'm gonna run.
Dude, I'm just confused how the fuck that guy's LMG just like forwards at me.
He's rocking Lone Star, but
That's a popular build right
I think
now.
I think he's like 9K firearms on that thing.
That is
Yeah,
stable. I think
that's
that's an MG5.
Dude, so like,
I like how stable it is.
this
Cause
shit
dude,
just hurt.
I went against that kid because I was rogue, and he was manhunt, and then I encountered him, and I was dropping him so quick.
That is a lot of damage, though. I'm stoked, dude.
It's either
That's
he's
Lone
RPM
Star.
hacking or. I mean, I could go practically cheese.
Ah, too close. Can't win. No responsive fights. No responsive fights for an LMG. Ain't happening. I think I would have been better off if I would have just switched to my tertiary.
Yeah, he's super easy to counter. He's super fucking squishy.
The only other option I had was to switch to my sawn off. You can proc your sawn off really easy on this
Oh, yeah.
thing. But I don't have it modded for damage for shotguns. That's the only thing I don't like about it currently. I had this set up as a shield build before.
Confirmed.
shit you
Rogue
need.
status no longer active.
It's just, it ain't gonna work.
Fuck that everywhere, dude.
I don't have confidence in the sawn off. But maybe I should start
Dude,
using
this
it.
guy has to be doing some shit. There's no way that fucking LMG.
If it's a 10K,
Nah, dude, he's shooting me through a wall, bro. Okay.
Look at that shit. Yeah.
I think he's cheating, dude. There's no
I
way.
had 7K stamina, dog. That's bullshit.
I think he's cheating.
We'll see.
Like,
Because
I'm
on
getting hit
paper,
through a wall, too, from randomly. I
LMG
don't
Lone
know.
Star
Yeah,
hits really hard.
The car and laser me on the fucking like back inside.
If he's
Okay,
using
he's
cover,
playing Lone Star, I'm gonna try it.
Warning. All supply drops will expire in 30
This
seconds.
guy even said it. That he's gonna be
Warning. Another agent is claiming a nearby supply drop.
I'm gonna
I
try.
don't know.
I'm gonna switch to Lone Star. Oh, I think I
Supply
erased my
drop
build.
has been claimed by another agent.
I think. Cause I have it too. Just like that.
look at everybody running Lone Star now. Hell yeah, brothers! I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. The game is so broke.
What's he talking about?
Like literally, Striker was. I don't know why they touched Striker. They switched Striker because of the heal on the 9K when they could have just nerfed the healing from it. Like why? Oh shit! There's a ton of people up here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Where's that little
So
kid?
here's my
Where's that little
sawn
kid?
off.
Fuck.
I actually need to see what I got here. Spawn's a
don't
brutal
see him.
competent.
Jung.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Hostiles moving out of proximity. Contamination levels.
So that was the
lowering
brutal
to
competent
acceptable
one
levels.
that every time I'd headshot people, it'd do more damage. It'd proc the.
Alright.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah, he's down there. He's like right there. The fucking
Uh-oh.
MG guy.
Alert. Member of your team has disavowed division affiliation.
Alert.
Got my proc.
Team will be marked rogue.
They're right in front.
Oh. That's rough. Oh, this is a terrible spot.
Oh, there's a kid above us.
Oh, above us.
What the
Ah,
we need to
hell.
move back. We need to move back.
Dead.
What shredded me so much? Dude, it's that kid again. I'm telling
Yeah, I
you,
know,
he's
look at
cheating.
him.
He's cheating like hardcore, bro.
Yeah,
There's no
he's
way.
Lasering P2 through like the fucking wall or just like.
There's no way, bro.
Ah! Grilled one.
Nah, this kid's cheating 100%, dude. This kid, dude.
What's he running?
Oh my
MG5?
God,
It
this
sounds like an
kid's
MG5.
cheating.
Looks like an MG5.
Kid's bullshit, dude.
Dude. Like, dude, he came as soon as he came in, I started to get shredded, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure he's aimbotted.
The little kid's LMG's not legit.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer active.
I know these guys are mad.
Hey there, New York.
Loadouts. Oh, I got rid of my Lone Star. Shit.
I know these guys are mad,
know
but
what? I'm gonna
I'm
go
pretty
Pug.
sure if I switch to Deadeye and I start shooting that guy, he's probably on a 10K Lone Star. Like he's
Look at
doing,
him,
he's
dude.
doing
That is
damage. I get
Weird
it.
fucking song,
But the thing to counter somebody who's running such a high output, like it's very similar to mine. I just have a little bit more stamina than he does, and I'm running health. He's probably running
my parade.
crit hit or critical hit chance. He's all in on his damage. Whereas I got a little bit more survivability,
So I have chance to
and I'm making up for it with my cover mechanics for the damage.
Yeah, dude, I'm 100% this guy was cheating.
So what he's
No, I think
doing
this kid
instead
go
is
rogue.
he's just
Guarantee
gone
you
all
lost
in
this
on
one.
the damage, on the firepower. I'm not 100% convinced with these guys. Oh God, you guys
Your team is now designated.
killing me. I'm all the way up
Put a
on
bleed
these
on a
dudes.
bitch.
These
Put a
guys
bleed
are
on that
in
bitch.
me.
Warning. Agent
What the heck,
Oh, there
guys?
he is. Look at him up on top. He is aimbotting. Yep.
What did they
Nah,
do?
there's no way.
They
You
went-
know where the safe house is?
Yeah.
He's up on the top, on the very top of the tower. He just fucking lasered P2 and then lasered someone else. Like fucking
These
full health.
these are supposed to be the dudes I'm supposed to betray at some point, but they're really making it hard to get to the point where I can betray them. It's really not. It shouldn't be this hard. I picked the wrong schmucks. This is rough.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer active.
Max Firearms fucking Lone Star.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Hello again, New York.
Yeah, because he is squishy.
Once again, but wouldn't you know it?
I picked the wrong ones.
That guy's red.
Warning. Now leaving the safe area.
Oh boy.
Someone over? Oh, there.
As soon as I get this manhunt, I'm running.
Guarantee you he kills them all. Oh, I thought that was the guy shooting with the LMG at first. I'm like, oh, there he goes shooting through walls. But it's just the NPC.
The thing is, too, the kid's not even that fucking squishy, so it like doesn't make sense.
I don't think I'm gonna take the opinion of the dude who's been off of console for 5 days on PC.
They all ran down this way.
As official.
Okay, they just keep running. Let's just go rogue. Oh shit, they're in.
They ran right into him. Go rogue behind him. Oh boy. I thought the plan was to go rogue. These guys can't make up their minds. So, what's the plan? What are we doing? You guys seem to be doing the opposite right now.
Alert.
Oh, we're trying to kill the rogues down.
I know. That was not what was discussed.
Warning. Indicate this area is
Fuck! Stolen. Ah, shit.
now leaving the
Yeah,
contaminated
so they were
area.
just discussing going rogue behind these guys, but then now they're going in and... What is the plan? These guys don't have a plan. I might just initiate my plan. I might just go rogue behind everybody and just force a move here. Yeah, everything's gonna get kind of messy, I think.
What is?
Everyone around you.
Oh, did we just go rogue?
Was supposed to. Supposed to go rogue. Oh, they are dead as hell.
Ooh, ALB's almost dead. Nice, nice, nice. Don't die marked.
Oh, he's dead. We should just do it.
To my new match
This guy just got wrecked by MP2. I know everybody here. Holy
Well, we've
fuck.
missed our chance. Ah, you schmucks.
Wow, there's a lot of people up in here.
Why don't they believe me? They talk about going rogue, they won't do it.
Oh, there's still manhunt.
Alert, an agent has left your team.
Yeah, that marked is right.
Alright.
Right to leave, because this team won't do it. They don't believe it. Let's crack it, hey!
Hey, it's Bitch Boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's
fine.
mad at me. I forgot he was mad at me. Oh well. Get him. Where are you guys?
You don't belong here.
Oh. A Brock Road behind him.
Warning.
Oh shit.
Mission affiliation has
Oh,
been disavowed. You are now marked as rogue.
Did I kill somebody? I might have. Hell yeah, rogue level 2. We're supposed to be going rogue.
I know, and I died. I got 3 before I died, but
Hell yeah. All we keep doing is chasing rogues.
rocking that Predo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Alright. Let's see who's following. Oh. There they go. That was an interesting name. Kinda surprised they didn't follow me.
Alert. A member of your team has disavowed division affiliation.
There it is.
Team
Oh,
will
he
mark
mopped
rogue.
Kraken. Hell yeah. See if I can get it. Fight anybody else. Na, na, na. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? Jimmy's busy. Coming D3. Yeah, come on. Come on, Jimmy. Get in here, yeah, man. Sorry, I'm trouble. Lawbreaker. Can it be now? Oh, Jimmy's busy. Damn. Let's see. Shadow's in the terminal. Derp's in here, but he's in a party. Draw looks busy. Free room easy one. Join group. I think she's got a group with her. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see. See what Evil Bunny's up to. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, Bunny. Hey, I'm sorry, but you're transferring us, so I'm gonna have to boot you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Alert. An agent is leaving the team.
Oh no.
The first 7?
I think the other person left because there was a transfer, but I was already getting rid of Bunny because of the transfer.
Oh, you got transferred, so we're...
Are you coming back?
Yeah, I'm coming back, I'm coming back.
Yeah. You should be coming back because I'm not transferring at all.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Oh, I tried. Guess I gotta get 2 other schmucks. You gotta be on server,
Rogue status no longer
on
active.
site. I fell down, pick me up. I fell down.
Warning. An agent on your team requires aid immediately.
Skelebones pick me up, hell yeah.
Confirmed. Area has been secured. Another agent has joined your team.
Cool by default. Hell yeah. That guy's gotta be cool, right? That's how that works. We got a bonus item.
I need a nomad mask. GG.
Alpha Bridge holster, we got that. Alright, I think we're good. That's everything. Alright. Cleared out all the inventory. Is there any particular reason why everyone camps this construction site nowadays?
Because you can only get up there from the rope and the stairs.
Yeah, but everybody dies here every time. They just sit up there until they're ready to die, and then they fucking die. Like, there is no winning this.
Striker.
Like, they stay up there until they're ready to lose, because they run out of ammo or something. Like, I don't get the strategy here. Somebody's gonna have to explain this to me later.
Because they're bad. I don't know. I mean, they're all. I think they're all nomad. Stay here in case they try to come down. Okay, he's fucking pred. Oh my god. Fucking got instant killed by pred.
That means I should... something like this, maybe?
Neutralized.
Well, I'm glad you guys decided to die. Accidental? Accidental my ass. I came up there and I fucking berserked your fucking group into the fucking ground. Give me a break. Stay out of this fucking construction site. It's a death trap. Stop doing it. It's a bad strategy. It's bad. It's bad strategy. Bad strat.
Alert. An agent is now leaving your team.
Jesus. Well, that about does it. If you guys wanted to know what it does, there it is. Berserk.
Nobody's gonna tell me what to do.
Just,
Try me.
destroys everything. Really need a squad, though. I don't have a squad. Drolik has his squad up right now. I don't got no squad. Squad today. Crunk Norris just jumped on, but we're already 2 hours in, and I didn't really want to do too much. Oy. I think that's a decent enough example, though. You guys should understand how this works. So in the last couple minutes, I'm gonna go over the build. So this is kind of like the opposite of a build video. I actually showed you how the fucking thing works. We did some skirmish, we did some DZ
Exiting the
work.
dark zone.
Let's actually talk about the build, right?
You are now entering a safe area.
Let's go somewhere quiet. Actually somewhere quiet. Let's go out here. Let's go hang out by the water. Talk about the build. Alright.
Warning. You are exiting the safe area.
So you've seen it in action. I have it balanced for skirmish, so you can use it, this particular variant of it, for skirmish, but you can make it a little more extreme for the DZ. Nothing but net over there. I don't necessarily recommend you do one or the other. I think if you have it balanced for skirmish, it's good enough for the dark zone. You're not really missing too much damage by throwing like 100 here or there to make your talents proc. With the for everything that you want in skirmish. It's so dark and dingy out there, you can't see shit. Well, let's talk about the build, huh? Let's do it. So this is essentially a 9-4-3 build, right? Firearms focused. The secondary stat being stamina. Because you are a DPS build. You have to survive. You have to be out there to deal the damage. You're not a support. You are a DPS. Not a tank. You're DPS. Fill the role of DPS. As such, you have to figure out what ranges you function at. And that is dictated by your arsenal. We've gone here with 2 LMGs. LMGs, by default, they cannot perform very well within the responsive range, the 10 meters or less, because they do not have responsive. They are prepared and otherwise. So, 30 meters out, 15 meters or better. So that's essentially the range you want to be fighting is 15 meters or greater. Usually 30 meters or more is pretty good. The way these guys function is they pump out volume, big damage, suppression damage. Really, really nice. They're loud, they're big. The primary is a prepared deadly Big Al. 15% damage when they're outside of 30 meters. We're improving our stability. Trying to make it so that when we're trying to hit them at far ranges, we're not bouncing around too much. The secondary weapon is meticulous, sustained. We're healing as we're killing them up close. We're maintaining the fight. We're not running out of rounds. They both have cover shooter. At this point, everyone should know what cover shooter is, but if you don't, every bullet fired at an enemy from cover increases weapon damage by 0.5% up to 50%. The bonus lasts up to 10 seconds. Getting a kill with this weapon while in cover resets the duration. The bonus damage is cancelled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. There you go. I've modded both of these with heavies, the heavy spring mags. I used a variant of each one. They both have crit hit chance, but one of them has a mag size. The other one, I do believe, has a crit hit damage. Yeah, so there you go. I like to experiment a little bit here and there. So that goes with the weapons. When they get too close, you should have a sawn off, because Lone Star is not only LMG damage, it is shotgun damage, and also you can proc Berserk very easily with a sawn off. We'll talk about Berserk in a moment. I've got responsive, brutal, competent. It's just damage everywhere. Deadly's a good choice here. Even though you can't get a whole lot of crit hit chance on these things because sawn-offs don't have any moddable parts. So Confident seemed more reasonable to me. Let's talk about Lone Star. Base stats first. So we're talking the things you want to emphasize. If you're going to try and bring some sustain in the build, health on kill, not a bad option, right? Health on kill. Still do your standards, right? Standard issue health on your chest piece. You see how there's no ammo here? It's Lone Star. Lone Star has a crap ton of ammo. Doesn't really need it there. Crit hit chance, your DPS build. So mask, holster, crit hit chance. Those are your standard rules. Knee pads, you can argue what you want here. I tend to go health. Crit hit damage is reasonable here. If you want more damage, I'm sure that 10k dude had damage here. Same here. You can argue for health, but damage, I like to have the mix where I have damage here and health on the knee pads. The knee pads have a higher roll than the backpack for health. They're about the same on damage. The gloves, I roll LMG damage, crit hit chance. So we're focused on the LMGs. You could conceivably put shotgun damage in there to make it so that when they close the distance, try and get past your LMGs, your sawn off is that much better. I feel like the drop off on your LMGs, it's not worth it. It's better to make sure that you're really good at what you're supposed to be good at instead of a little bit better at your backup. So, you know, mechanics, philosophy, what have you, however you want to look at it. And again, it's Lone Star. We don't have to worry about the minor roll being for ammo, so we can actually up a resistance of some kind. Do you hate Red Mark? Oh look, bleed resist. Nice roll. Fire resist used to be the thing to do, but Fire Crest fell out of fashion because of the advent of adrenaline. So there you go. Don't really have to do all that. So far as the mods are concerned, the stat mods, I went with health. Skill haste is viable here. If you go all in on firearms, definitely crit hit chance. I wanted to be a little beefier because of the variant I'm running. I'm going with my performance mods being smart cover damage resilience instead of going for something like, say, crit hit damage on pulse. Oh, I forgot to switch out this skill power. That'll help a little bit. Get rid of that, get some health in there. I'll fix that later. But the idea here being I'm going to increase my health through the mods, and then I'm going to use the smart cover damage resistance to make the smart cover that much better so that I endure while I'm berserking people in the face, so I can keep these big owls, I can keep these procs going, these stacks going while berserk is happening. And then each time I'm maintaining the stacks, I have a chance at the meticulous. I'm also getting the health on kill, which we've stacked slightly, so we can just stay in the fight that much longer. Depends how you want to play it. I've seen people put more into firearms so they melt people much faster. I just feel like having a little bit more sustain, just a tad, because I prefer my smart cover builds. Gives me that slight, you know, I don't go down when a sniper hits me. You know, those two hitters, dead eyes. They hit me once and I got a chance. I can live it. When predators hit me, I got a chance to react. Or when they shrapnel off of one of my teammates, I got a chance. I don't necessarily enjoy being a glass cannon. So this is kind of the way I run my glacier Lone Star at the moment. So and this is my go-to because this is the prepared LMG, the Big Al. This one does the damage, but this one, I modded it for headshot damage. This is the close range proximity fella, and it does real nice. It's because it forces you to aim for heads, right? Because you've focused on the headshot damage. I've noticed an uptick in damage for sure. And I have sustained instead of like predatory, so I rolled that 1,000 over to firearms. So I noticed I'm melting things faster, and I still have sustain, right? Because it's not sustained. And then meticulous is this interesting mechanic with berserk, right? So when it comes to PvE, right? I down enemies, and it takes longer occasionally because I'm in the first half killing the enemies, usually, when it comes to purples. When it comes to elites, I'm in the second half of my magazine, usually, when I'm proccing Meticulous. So if I didn't proc it, it gives me a second chance at proccing it. Much like what used to happen with my One Is None and my sawn-off shotguns. So I've noticed that for the PvE. For PvP, the idea is that the meticulous procs are going to happen mostly on the berserk side of things. Because you're not usually killing people unless you have berserk procced. You tend to proc your berserk premeditated, right? You prep your LMG by shooting in the direction of the enemy before they can hit you, right? This is kind of like some strategy into how Lone Star functions, especially with Big Al, because Big Al can build stacks against enemies behind cover that you're not even hitting, so long as you're shooting in their general direction. And then Berserk procs once you hit the second half of your magazine. So you can prep the magazine, getting almost to the second half, while you're building those stacks against an enemy that can't even hit you. And then once they're about ready to hit you, you try and proc it against them. Or even while they're still behind cover, you can proc it, attempt to proc it. It's one of those things where it's like you could be shooting straight up into the sky, so long as you have threat against an enemy, you can proc your Lone Star's Berserk. It's a wild talent, is what Berserk is. But when it comes to cover shooter actually has to be pretty close. Like, you gotta be shooting at them in their vicinity. But it doesn't have to hit them. It's not like Striker or Hunter's Faith where you actually have to land shots. You gotta be getting at them. Every bullet fired at an enemy from cover. So this jives very well with Berserk, with trying to get those Berserk procs, because you can be essentially wasting. The idea is, think of suppression fire, right? You're suppressing the enemy. You're not necessarily hitting them, but you're suppressing them. Even players. Because, by golly, if you're shooting at them with an LMG, and it's got a loud vent brake, and it's doing, say, the 1,100 rounds per minute, it's going to be loud. And once you proc Berserk, that's 1,400 rounds per minute. It gets kind of loud in that room, shooting at somebody. So, do consider the following. It's pretty interesting. You really have to read these things and understand the way these mechanics work, because fired at an enemy doesn't mean you're landing those hits. You can get these stacks without endangering yourself, and you can surprise the ever-loving hell out of somebody. Because you can get that 30% off of Berserk, and you can get the 50 off of Cover Shooter. That's 80. 2 talents alone. Nifty thing about this, you build this damage up, you proc Berserk, you can do a cover-to-cover move. Do one of these. As long as you didn't shoot while you did the move to another cover, that cover shooter damage travels with you. You only lose it if you shoot when you're out of cover. So now you're at 110 maximum potential damage. 3 talents. And we're not even talking about the base damage boost of 20% between the level 3 and level 5. We're not even talking about your talents on your guns. Okay? There is so much you can do from cover in this game. People don't appreciate it. And you can make it worse. Smart cover. Mobile cover. This has a modifier to damage. I don't know what it is exactly, but it makes it worse. Real quick, I guess I can take a look. What are we at? This fella here is at 26, right? 260. Drop it. I'm on it. 289. So a 30,000 point increase. Huh? Is that the same point increase for this fella too? Oh shoot. That might be the exact same. Is it just 30,000 flat? This is 33. And then you get... Huh. There you go. So there's another easy stack for damage. And then you guys also like to use first aid, right? Booster shot, more damage if you want. I'm just saying, like, just consider the following. And then get yourself a nice support that gives you a nice pulse, right? Get you a friend. Get you a special partner, huh? That's all I'm saying. Be a buddy. Be a pal. Right? Play that Holy Trinity. Get you a skirmisher. Like a D3. Get you a nice support. Like a tactician healer with a pulse. and lay down some cover fire for him, would you? And then have like a sniper in the back to cover your ass, huh? Cover all the ranges. Perfect. Would you? Would you? Can you see it? Can you see it like I see it? We're visionaries out here, okay? We can do this. The game's changing. Division 2 is a cover shooter. Whether we like it or not. You gotta play different. It's a different world out there. Washington's waiting for us. Are you ready? I know I am. It's been a nice stream. I appreciate everybody who's been out here. I see you over there. Avocado, potato, Commander Root, electrical skateboard, positivity bot, the robot with a heart, Skybass in the chat, Ted A. Appreciate you. Let's call it quits, huh? Hey, and Botanica, thank you for hanging out and being a bud in the chat as well. It's been nice. Been a nice evening. I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. Got to talk a lot about Lone Star. So go check out some Lone Star builds, because I know I've seen about 7 different builds of them lately. They're all over YouTube right now. PvE, PvP, otherwise. Everybody's doing them. It's the latest fashion. But keep in mind what I told you about them. What they look like, good signs, bad signs. What you can do with them. But, keep in mind, cover can be your friend. You know, I know you're going to see a lot of the ADS stuff. But the cover shooter, it's not restricted to PvE. Let's get out of here, huh? Let's go get something to eat. I'm hungry. This has been P2H Live, the 2 p.m. Eastern on Twitch stream, December 2nd, 2018. I might be back actually a little bit later to do a creative stream at the behest of a few from yesterday. There may be a Velveeta cheese packet on the way for an emote. I don't know why. It got weird yesterday. I have been P2H. You've all been schmucks. I'm here to remind each and every one of you to lie, cheat, and steal, because somebody has to win. And it should be you. P2H. Out.